Okay, so it's a long time since I've done a video about this bloody camera, the Visinse 3D 180. So an update came out a few days ago. It's update version 3.3, and it was due to come out at the end of December, but it came out at the end of January. On first look of the camera after putting this update in, I think they've made some really nice improvements. So the settings I'm recording this on are like the max settings. So I've got it set at 100 bit rate. I've got it 8K, and the frames per second are 30 frames per second. Now, when I've recorded in this setting in the past, what I find is that the video is a little bit jerky, so what I was doing was I was lowering the bit rate down. No, not the bit rate. I was lowering the resolution down to 6K, and by putting it at 6K, it meant that I could increase the frames per second to 50 frames per second, I think, and then it meant that the video was smoother, but it wasn't as sharp. So what they've done is, one of the improvements in this update is they've improved the motion in the video. So this shouldn't be as jerky as it was in some of my older videos. The other thing what they've done is they've done some work on, I think, the dynamic range, because what I'm finding is that this is not the right like scene for it, but earlier I did a video and you got very bright outside, and it wasn't as washed out as it had been in previous times. So I think they've sorted that out, or they've at least improved it. Maybe not sorted it out. That's going a bit over the top for that. One of the updates that they have fixed is Bluetooth remote, because I don't know if anybody who's using this camera, but it's a pain in the arse, because to activate the shutter, you have to use the screen, the button on the screen. You've got 3 buttons on the back of the camera, and the big red one that looks like a record button is just the power on and off button. Bloody clock chiming away there. There you go, it's done. Yeah, so the button that you would think would be the button to start recording or to take a photograph is actually an on and off button. And you can allocate, you've got 2 other buttons at the back, and each one of them can be allocated to be the shutter button. And I've got, I think, the one with the 3 lines, I've allocated that to be a shutter button. So if you're holding the camera, you're behind the camera, you can just press that physical button to start recording or to take a photograph. I find that better than trying to hit the screen, because the screen's not the best screen in the world. It's all right in low light, but when you're in the sunshine, you can't see it, and that can be a pain in the arse. So this update is just a standard. Can you hear that fan? It's like the camera's been running like an hour, 1 minute 30 seconds, 2 minutes tops, and the fan is fired up. So I mean, okay, you want the mechanism to stay cool, but this room's at 20 degrees, and the fan's come on after 2 minutes. And this is like predictable. So it's not, you run this camera for 2 minutes, that fan's coming on, and the microphone that's built into the camera is just rubbish now, because you've got the noise of that fan. So that's really annoying. So if you're going to be doing any videos with this and you want it to be even half reasonable, you need external mics. But even external mics, I can hear the fan from here. So I'm the right distance from the camera, and if I had an external mic on now, that mic would pick this noise up. So it's like shit, really. But anyway, the remote works. So with this, I've got this into like a hand grip, it magnets into it, but I can start the shutter or start recording hitting the camera button, and I can end it with this remote as well. So that's freaking brilliant, because you can be on this side of the camera with a Bluetooth remote control, pair it up, hit the button, boom. One thing I have noticed is that I couldn't get it to work until I was logged in. So there's things that this camera does that you have to be logged in. So I forgot my account to make a new account. So you have to create a username, put in your password, and give it an email, and then confirm the email with a code. And then it seems that activated the ability for this to work, because I paired it and I couldn't get it to work. And then once I put the username in, it seemed to work. Or maybe I'm going mad, I don't know. So the top and bottom of it is, this camera is now working a lot better than it was before. Okay, I'm going to definitely take it about with me over the next couple of weeks and see if I can capture some stuff with it. I had this up for sale because I was so disheartened with it, but now maybe I keep it for a bit and see what I can do with it. I hope this video comes in handy and gets other people interested in picking it up out the drawer, updating it and using it. Okay, take care and bye bye. Oh, I'll stop you with this.